we'll come to you, okay?
Okay, I'd like to know from any of the members of LDI or some of the panel members, what was the medium you guys was able to use outside of the fact that, hey, I'm black, you're black, to actually establish some type of collaboration? Because the fact of the matter is, the individuals over there, they have a lot more in common with themselves. And a lot of institutions that you guys are talking about is already established, or somewhat established, or has a vision. So what was the medium or incentives that you guys used to, whether it be visionary, whether it be ingenuity?
So just to make the question more plain, you're trying to make a connection with someone in Africa?
Yeah, as a stranger, basically, just speaking as a
someone
stranger.
you don't know off the street.
Yeah, what was the medium, what incentives you guys applied, you see most often to actually set that collaboration up? Because other than having the same skin color, to me, it doesn't really suffice as just establish some type of real collaboration.
Okay.
So that's just a question, like, what was the incentives you guys used? Like, hey, do business with me because.
Well, thank you for your question. I want to just be clear, if you're asking about LDI on the larger scheme of things, because Binga has set up an engine where he has business relationships already in place, to where they already have partnerships and collaborations, and they're expecting people to come based on a criteria. So that's already in place. If you wanted to learn about that aspect, or on the aspect of when you're there in the program on the ground, and I think Kalia can kind of speak to what was some of the things that she was able to do, even though she was there on a business mission.
The latter,
so what part of
the latter? Just the second
okay,
one,
so
yeah.
Kalia.
Well, I would say there, I felt like the people were very approachable. Even if they were, like, for instance, I met the first estate developer in Gambia. So he was the first one who started to put together or subdivide land to create subdivisions. And he was just like, hey, come on. And actually, he was introduced to me through the gentleman that I was working for at Global Properties. And later I found out he was a relative of the person that I was staying with. So everyone kind of knows each other. So if you're trying to do something, people were very open to giving information. So even if you got in the cab and said, hey, well, how much money do you make? How much does this car cost? Because those were really the type of questions that I was asking people, because I'm an entrepreneur. So when I went there, I wanted to know about everything. And also the people that I lived with, they were also telling me about different ideas that they had, or you should try this, you should try that. So I wanted to learn about everything. But I would say that the people were very approachable. So that's what made it a lot easier.
And I think that a good point to this is that I as a business professional, I've never went to someone to say, hey, I'm black, you're black, let's do business. But more so than having a conversation. Really, you'll find commonalities of people just by saying hello. My name is. And those are just some simple things that I think that if you went to a complete stranger and just introduced yourself. Hey, hello, my name is so-and-so, how are you today? And most people, I think probably in America, you probably throw some people off guard because no one's really expecting that walking down the street just for you to say hello. But like Kalia is saying, in Africa, maybe that's maybe people are more inviting. When I went, they were expecting us to come. And so, Ania, did you have anything? Anika, did you have anything to add to that?
I think it's the similar interest is what's going to open the door for you. So I know for me, like when it comes to another company that I work with, Hotoso in Rwanda, we just started communicating because she was making something that I found beautiful, that I thought my customer would like, to a point where she eventually traveled for us to meet here in DC. So just with anybody, anywhere, I think having that common interest of saying, okay, you make something that I want, or you have something that I want, or I have something that you want, that'll open the door for you, or what you're doing is of interest for me.
I agree. So next